Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel for another iRacing video, and a very special video today, and one that I feel very sort of lucky and very proud to be able to create. The title has of course given the game away already, so let's just jump straight on into it. This is the story of how we won the 2023 Bathurst 12 Hours. So just to set the scene for you, it was a team of 3 that we did this in. It was Cho starting the car, followed by Merrin, and then I was in third driver, and we were doing an hour each and rotating throughout that lineup throughout the race. And we're a team that have done quite a lot of Enduros together over the last sort of 12 months, I guess. Merrin wasn't with us for Daytona last year, where we got a P4, but of the specials we did then do the rest of that year, it was 3 of us. Sometimes I did an extra person, but sort of the 3 of us were always together in a team. And the way our Enduro experiences generally go is normally a fairly strong start, followed by some calamity of some description throughout the race, followed by a recovery in the second half to, you know, not usually a fairly respectable finish, you know, top 10s, top 5s, and things like that. But we definitely had some beef with Bathurst from last year that we needed to deal with, because this is how the race started off for us last year. It's all good. It's all good. Just wait for them all to go.
That's what they call being stupid.
That'll get us out of the melee. It's all good. So we had a few demons and ghosts of the past going into this one, as we took to the grid in P7. Good luck, sir.
I'm on the same line again, you know. I'm gonna take that in.
Yeah, but this car doesn't know oversteer in its life, does it?
No, it should survive it.
If anything, we're going to go face first into the outside.
Yeah.
Got a bit of space on your right if you wanted to open the corner a bit. Leader's gone. Yep. Fully alongside. Nice, take it. Big gap behind, shouldn't be any pressure into T2. Hold tyres, cold brakes. Too wide ahead. Aero wash across the top.
We're all first now.
Cold tyres also. Yeah, I mean, this is 2k split average for every driver that's in. I don't think the car is going to affect the result, if that makes sense, at these points. So, as a result, I think we've got a decent mix of different cars.
This guy doesn't know how to Bathurst.
No. Let's get him on the way down. So yeah, so I think it's just people have just sort of tried to find a car that can try and survive 12 hours in, I guess, and so yeah, nice mix of brands. Yep, got over that. Still there. Nice. Defend the last corner, let's keep him behind us. Give yourself gap, is only 1.6. Scary. Alright, let's go, nice job. Here's of course always one of the most nerve-wracking experiences, watching your teammates start in the car. Like I say, we've done this a fair few times, so absolute trust in both the people I'm racing with. And of course we were cheered along by Racecat at the start there. Go, this seems to have pace, so don't fight it too hard, I guess, if he gets to us.
No.
He's still matching the guy ahead quite nicely. It's sort of 2 tenths to him, 2 tenths to you. But I think this car behind is faster than the pair of us at the minute, so be smart.
What happened to that guy?
Well, in front, Just got loose on traction. Looking inside. Is there? That's annoying.
It was swapping.
Full swap around. That's annoying. If you get the run, it might be worth... Yeah, let's get back past him because we only got held up behind the other Ferrari in the first place.
Yeah.
I know from driving the Ferrari, it doesn't like following another car, it just overheats its everything, so... Yeah, you're clear. Nice. I think he'll probably breathe a bit of a sigh of relief, to be honest. I think he's starting to struggle. Yeah, he's getting the run. I'm taking it. I can move across a bit. Still there. Still there. Oh my Jesus.
He's insane.
He is. Nearly died again for his troubles. Do we get a contact then?
Yeah. I don't think it's actually contact though.
Yeah. Yeah, send it. Side by side. And just like that, old mate's back behind us, block it. Oof, I thought he was going to stick his nose in there. You know it's good when he starts defending fresh air and then misses apex.
Yeah.
Ah. Hello. I just thought you'd gone to do some warming up or something. Yeah, that's okay though.
Speed of this Ferrari.
Not worth it.
I mean, his pace isn't horrendous if you wanted to just plan B it. Lift and coast, save some fuel, see if we can get him in the pits. Oh, Jesus, he's so slow. If you get the run, then send it, see if you can... Should get a decent over on here, I'd have thought. Very tight. Rear quarter. Clear going in, watch him on the brakes. Nice, alright. And then before we knew it, we were already on to the first pit stop cycle of the race. Just make sure you've got a full lap at the line.
Yeah, 2.2.
2 behind has pitted. The car behind's boxed, car in front's boxed. 2 cars in front are boxed. P2, P2.
And I got the P1 for his one lap.
In. GG's Tor, nice job.
Oof.
Really
I just
nice
wanted to be on record
job.
I've been P2.
Yeah, Hundies.
Take the screenshot.
Really strong pace in the first stint. Matched were going 2 laps longer than some of the cars in the field and 1 lap longer than others. Meant that we were about to come out of the pits around about a net P3. Then disaster struck. Clear on exit in the pit lane. Car on your right. Oh no!
Fuck's sake.
How long do I have to serve that? Do I have to do that like in 3 laps? Fuck's sake. And just like that, we had a familiar wizard sinking feeling as it all came unravelled, once again in an enduro for us. So remember your limiter on the way in, Merritt? Oh, there's a lot of tyre marks in the gravel. Wow.
It's a 4-second penalty. Weren't that far down. P13.
Even with the penalty, we knew it was going to be a really long race. And thankfully for us, it had only been a stop and go 15-second hold penalty, whereas some people's race had already come much more entangled than that. the former leader before the pit stops has binned it, so they're gone. The number 22 Ferrari that was behind us, it's like they've binned it, so they've gone. We binned ourselves, but that's okay. Still on the lead lap, only a minute down. So it's not crash damage or anything like that, car's still fine. Sub-optimal, but not the end of the world. A classic Wizards Enduro.
Good job.
That was scary.
Can you check the cutting?
Looks clear. There's just this Ferrari that's in front of you now that had spun in T2. So potentially damaged. Car in front's potentially damaged, be careful.
Yeah, this was the Ferrari that Tjur was for quite some time with. I have to run over here.
Yeah, send it. He's gone deep. See ya. Nice. A few more casualties along the way, plus some really strong pace from Merrin, meant that we were getting back through the field really nicely as I stepped away to do some practice laps. Warming up, ready to jump in the car at the end of this stint. Through the pit cycle we got up to P3, but on exit as Merrin jumped in the car we got a speeding, stop and go 15. Second hold. So that put us back down to I think 13th at the time, and then this is our standard Wizards recovery drive.
Good job.
Sounds like that might be a top 10 now. Alright, here we go then.
Good luck, good luck.
Thank you. As I exited the pits, we're about 11th position on the track, but there were still some other cars a little bit off sync and still to pit, so we're about to get a couple more positions. Throughout the stint for me, it was all about trying to focus on consistent pace, but also I was trying to make some fuel, because generally when things have gone wrong for us, going longer than the rest of the field has been how we've made up a lot of time and got ourselves back into contention. So that was my battle plan. Probably didn't have the out and out pace that Tjur and Merrin had shown so far, and maybe even with the cars that were around us. For every car it seemed that we managed to get past, someone faster caught up and then got past. And I was just trying to use the traffic as a tow to help with the fuel even more, and just tried to keep my head down, keep the car clean, and hand it back to Tjur in a good position, a quarter of the way into the race. Yeah, old Catalan behind's doing 4s as well. 4-3 last lap. F.
Yeah. Let me pause.
Yeah.
Brake check, you know.
Yeah.
Right side. Clear on the right.
Jesus Christ.
You really want to pause like that.
Almost got a heart attack there.
Plan seemed to work out pretty well as we managed to go 3 laps longer than some of the other cars that we were racing, and a couple of laps longer than most of the rest of the field, so we definitely gained some time back there, although we almost cut it a little bit too tight. Oh, she's spluttering, boys.
Oh.
We'll get there, but we've done it pretty good.
That's it. We're out of fuel.
Here you go, your chariot awaits.
Thank you.
Thank you, it's been a pleasure. As Tjur rejoined the track, we hadn't really made up any more track position, but the one car that was ahead of us on track were off stint with their cycle, so we were effectively at a net P8. But we were around about 50 seconds off the lead of the race by now. About 40 seconds of that we think was accounted to the penalty that we got. Probably lost about 10 seconds from the leader throughout my stint, but we got ourselves in a lot better position with strategy wise, and if we continue to do that throughout the race it would mean we'd look better for fuel towards the end of the race. So throughout my stint and the pit cycle it's worth keeping an eye on the 55 car, a Ferrari, which had really made its way up through the field throughout sort of the last hour or two. That's a car that started quite a long way down the grid, but will play a very important part later in the race. So it was back over to Tjur to go like the clappers and try and get some of that time back and see if we could get maybe back towards the top 5 by the end of this stint. I imagine I'll make this pretty easy, we've been catching for a while. Quarter. Half. Quarter. Clear. Watching the brakes. Clear. GG's. I've been around the block enough times to know that it takes more than just pace and skill to win an enduro. You also need a fair bit of luck, and we were handed some of that luck at the end of lap 112. P4 and 5 box. Jesus!
Okay.
Woo.
We got away with it.
We absolutely got away with that one.
Yeah, it was we are going to get some traffic. Do we want to pit?
No, I think this guy's going to move out of our way, and I don't know if we'll catch the next one. Box. Pit limiter.
You didn't want me to do the 3, did ya?
It was the fact that the guy that we were about to get past had also just caught another one.
Okay.
And would get both of them up the hill and probably get stuck behind one of them across the top, and that just wasn't worth it. GG's, another good one.
Okay, ready better than the last time.
Yeah, car established for him.
Good position, our back marker.
Me too.
Oh, yo, let's go. Oh no, it's Ollie Solly. P5 in pits.
Yeah, it's
Oh, is that car? Right, yeah. They've been fast.
That crash is bad. I took P2 out, so we are people.
As the clock ticked onwards, more and more cars were starting to come into grief for various reasons, with this crash at the top of Skyline taking out the number 1 car, which was the really fast car that was slightly off sequence, and also the number 8 car straight out of P2, which moved us even further up the running order, and also eliminated another fast car out of the equation. As Merrin brought another strong stint to a close, the gap to the 55 had stayed pretty stable at around about 50 seconds. Keep an eye on Sven in the 7 car, who has proven to be another really fast driver, and again that 7 car is going to play a large part in the race later on.
Move it, move it. Right side,
He'll take you.
clear.
Because to be honest, the only time I got close to him was when he made that mistake. It was just annoying that I couldn't capitalise on him, but obviously we're both catching this Audi. We're only going to catch the Ferrari at the front with a mistake or an accident for him, so basically, without something going wrong, this is the battle for P2, so I don't need to be crazy with these guys, still got a long way to go, haven't we? So, yeah, just going for the extra lap for now and see where it puts us. Here we go. In the wall. He's in the wall, surely, from there. What about now?
Yeah, now on your left.
Let's get the inside. Left.
Clear on the left.
Having got past the Beamer, we followed P2 in the Audi around for basically the rest of the stint, keeping in the draft and saving fuel wherever possible, trying to get the extra lap on them so that we could jump them in the pits. We were continuing to lose time to the 55 car in the lead, but we were on for a 30 lap stint, which was going to be at least 1 lap more than the Audi, probably 2, maybe even 3, and definitely more than the 55 car, who was going short on every single stint. Things were looking good, but towards the end of the stint, disaster struck once again.
Right side.
What are you doing?
Car right.
You fucking idiot. You absolute idiot.
Oh no.
Car's fine.
Seems fine.
Fucking backwards.
It's a bit right hand down actually. Tiny bit. Speed seems fine though. Looking back at this incident is particularly frustrating because it was a little bit of impatience from me, and that was the exact reason that I, at the wheel of the Daytona, crashed out just last month in the Daytona 24, so really should have known better. It was one of the things that I was really trying to focus on for this race, was to be more patient in traffic. But I also found this clip from just slightly earlier on in the race, and basically this is what I was expecting to happen with this back marker, where it was going to stay wide, take the outside line and leave the door open for us to slide through, so as to not disrupt the battle with the Audi, because at this point this car was many laps down, wasn't really fighting for anything, so thought it was going to yield a lot easier than it did. Still on me, wasn't there making the move, should have read the situation better, but that's just what I was expecting to happen, that's what was going through my mind at that point. Sorry boys.
Okay.
It's a bit oversteer at the moment, so we'll have to see what it's like. I mean, it's not undrivable, it's just what it expects to.
If you think it's dangerous, you can get it, right?
It's not dangerous, that's what I mean, like it's perfectly drivable, it's just what it decides the optionals equate to. Oh, Jesus. Hold that thought. I mean, it might just be that the rears are still hot from the flick spin, right?
Could be.
Everything else about it's driving fine.
How bad is Peter?
Like really bad, I think. Front left was broken.
P2.
Yeah.
You have about 1 lap.
We had our slice of luck earlier on in the race, and on their outlap, the Audi 151 that we'd been chasing in the previous stint had a massive slice of their good luck with this huge accident over the top, which somehow, not only did they survive, but also the car didn't seem to lose very much pace. They were still in it despite this huge impact. Whoa, thought we were risky in it. Okay, optionals are 48 seconds. Everyone that's in front of us other than the 55, we've caught on pace through the races.
We have 6 hours left.
So I almost think at this point it's worth taking.
Yeah.
And then that can be my 40-second penalty, and then there's only you left to get yours.
I can get one. I'm gonna manage to get a drive-through on Excess, promise you that.
Managing the expectations, I think, at the moment. It's like, there's some points today where it was looking really good, and some points where it looked really bad, and some parts where it's starting to look hopeful again. And now it's, you know, you wave a top 5. We're only halfway, so it's very premature talking, but you wave a top 5 at me at the start of the race, and I say, hell yeah, I'll take that off you. But after the first hour, we were looking at top 3, looking at podium. At the end of my second stint, we were looking at top 2. We were looking at P2. Just these little setbacks keep costing us, whereas the leader isn't having those setbacks. It's frustrating for us. Frustrating for the two turkeys that have made the mistakes, i.e. me and Marin, but Just got to expect in a race like this that eventually the leaders will make the mistake as well. And that's when we'll gain a lot of time back, but also, I mean, P2 is like 40 seconds, 45 seconds in front, so... tricky. Didn't see this incident during the race, or certainly didn't see it at the time. It's only as I've been compiling this video that I've even found out that this happened, but lap 209, the number 7 car sitting in position 2 had this happen to him going through the cut-in, and this lost them about 40 seconds and also lost them P2. So the number 16 car actually got past them as they did an Austin Powers manoeuvre trying to get it back facing the right way and trying to get back on track. Yeah, it looks like it visually as well. What the hell? Portal to Hell just opened up on my screen. You are P3, you are P3.
We pitting this lap? Yeah, sure, man. Leave me away.
Who sent out the Audi in front?
The Ferrari took him too.
Listen, no, fucking idiot. Like, what's your problem, mate? Like, we are racing here for potentially a podium in an endurance race. Like, if I can give my teammate an additional 5-second buffer when he gets into the car, of course I'm going to do it. Okay, sure, get ready.
No, Marin. Dom. I hope. Because I'm not ready.
No, I thought you were ready. I thought it was you. Oh, in.
Yes. We're fucking late now. So we are
Four. Yeah, the leaders are absolutely gone. Like, truthfully, they need a meatball for any of the rest of us to have a chance at the top step. Hey, Marin. If we say that the damage plus the speeding penalty equated to about 75 seconds worth of self-inflicted penalties, what's the gap to the leader right now?
No. I refuse to answer that.
Ruh-roh. The only consolation we can both take is that it wasn't just one of us single-handedly.
Are you counting with or without additional pit stop that the leader still has to do over us?
I'm not looking at pit stops, I'm just looking at my board which says that we're 79 seconds behind, so it'd be 4 seconds behind and without that.
Exactly, and they have to do a splash and dash.
And they have to do a splash and dash. We just won't think about things like that, yeah?
No. I would be very happy if P3 already won.
Yes.
They're very, very tight.
Annoying that we couldn't get that on track.
It's okay.
Also, the leader's already been in and out, so they're definitely splashing at the end.
Yep.
Are you saying that Ferrari leader will need a splash?
Yes.
Will he lose?
No.
They've already got enough of a gap though, they're already coming out of pits in front of everyone, even for full service. Yeah, they've already pitted, mate.
Yeah, but he got out 10 seconds behind the BM.
That is true. That BM's in its pit stop window, isn't it? That's a very good point.
I misplaced my water bottle. Oops.
Oh, that pit entry though, boys.
That's close.
No, that was perfect.
You have about 1 lap
Well,
of
you're
fuel
saying
left.
that, but we all know that's not true.
You're going to be in front on exit. Clear track.
No
Clear,
penalty.
clear, clear.
We got some.
GG's.
But he has to
GG's
stop
everyone.
one more time, right?
Yeah, but it's still nice to get it on track, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, his pace is 5.8 at the moment. He's 6 laps in though, so let the tyres come up. During my stint, we forgot to take note of a very important milestone.
What milestone?
We made it further than last year, boys. GG's.
Oh, we're dead.
Let's go!
Oh. Crystal just overtook Maxime. And Maxime just went into the Ferraris there.
No way.
Only unlucky thing is that the engine is in.
They're in the pits. P2 on the road, boys. 12 seconds down.
Well, with 12 seconds of the lead?
We're 12 seconds off the lead of the race. The Ferrari's in the pits. You never wish an incident like this on the leader of the race, but also we'd already come to terms with the fact that it would need something like this to put us back in contention. Accidents and incidents are a part of racing, and the only thing we can think is they'd just driver swapped, so potentially their other driver, because it was only a 2-man team, was not there spotting, and the driver clearly didn't slow down for the yellow flags, came around the blind bend, and that was them out of contention. And then finally, after 10 hours and 6 minutes into the race,
I'm leading a race.
Yes.
it sort of got to an unnerving moment where I don't want to say anything at all.
Yes.
Everything sort of just gone quiet around me. Chur and Merrin spent their next 2 stints doing battle with the number 7 car. Despite our best efforts, they were just keeping us at arm's reach, if anything pulling out the gap a little bit more. We knew at this point that in their final stop they would be able to fill up to the end, and only our fuel saving from earlier in the race would give us a bit of an advantage, as we wouldn't need to sit in the pits for quite as long because we wouldn't need a full fuel load. As the end of Merrin's stint approached, we were trying to decide who should take the car to the finish. We were fairly sure that despite the fact that the 7 car had alternated drivers each hour, that they were going to get Sven to do a double, as he'd been the clearly faster driver throughout the race. On our rotation, it would have been me due in for the last stint, but based on the pace of the previous stints, we weren't sure that I was going to be able to keep up with Sven, or keep Sven behind us, or have any answer for him really. In the end, Chur and Merrin decided that they would let me finish the car, which is something that I will forever be grateful for.
Why are still alive?
Because actual results possible.
Oh, they're boxing. Wait.
Oh, they made a mess. They made a mess.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, they did. They've just risked it. Oh, F. With this mistake, the race had just changed completely. We knew that we had about 5 seconds less fuel to put in the number 7 car, and they just lost all of their on-track advantage that they had over us. We were predicting that we were going to have around about a 5-second lead coming out of the pits, but with Sven staying in the car to bring it to the end. Now generally when I'm racing, especially by myself, you have to be your own crew chief and engineer, as well as driver, so I keep a lot of overlays on my screen that I can often see, like the standings board, track map, and relative, but I'm also aware that things like that can often distract me as I scan up and down a standings board looking for fastest laps, or look at the track map to see where different people are on track. I knew that this last stint was going to need to be the most focused that I'd ever been whilst I was racing, so I had to turn all of that stuff off. The relative overlay stayed on for the viewers, but I couldn't see that in the car. It was full focus, head down, trying to survive to the end. I've turned off my relative, I've turned off everything.
Okay.
We're done. Get going.
Let's go.
The only thing I've got is my radar and my gear dash.
Yeah. It's a 5-second lead.
Clear.
There's quite some traffic to deal with it. Still just be safe though. There's no risk. No need to. It's not worth the risk.
Copy.
Right side. Clear on the right.
Hello. They don't care about us, clearly.
Come on.
Right side. Clear. Car right. Clear on the right.
Got Sven, question.
Let me check it. 3.1.
Copy.
But he has 3 cars between us right now. So.
Default shortcut to turn off mirror, please. Only talk to me on the straight as well now, please. I'm e-sporting.
Am I flashing?
I am now.
Don't risk it here.
It's got a bendy wang, for goodness sake. Thank you, tell him thank you. That was very gracious in the end. 2 corners too late, but it was very gracious. Cost me 3 tenths.
Yeah, that's how many walls Sven hit last round. Oh, should be fine.
Time to channel your inner Mexican Minister of Defense.
Probably best put my mirror back on, hadn't I?
Yeah.
Can't remember the shortcut.
All of them.
Not working.
Take to the right here.
I didn't realise it got so close, to be honest. I know I stopped asking, but I thought it'd been ping pong and it was still like 3 seconds back.
That's fine though.
I'm gonna send it, boys, I'm sorry. Give me a gear car, Jesus.
Car right. Clear.
Good
left
round.
side. Clear on the left.
Okay.
I had to take it, I thought he was gonna hit me. Hopefully he's got it too,
Here
yeah?
comes the course.
Yeah.
You'll have to slow down and give up the time.
I saw him spin and I thought he was gonna clean me out.
You would have. Good.
I got the moves back on, eh? Did he touch the grass on braking or something?
Yeah.
Copy. For me, this braking zone actually looks worse from the outside shot than it does from in the car. Sort of looks like I come across quite a lot from the offboard, but at all times there's still a car's width on the right hand side. And actually, once I'm on the brakes, I'm steering left if anything. It's just the fact that as we come through the chase, I'm still sort of completing the corner as I first start on the brakes, and so the car just drifts across a little bit, but certainly didn't run him out of space. If anything, it looks a bit like he got a twitch on in the brakes, and that made him twitch to the right, which then put him on the grass for the spin. Either way, I think it was just close hard racing by two people that both wanted to win the Bathurst 12 hours. Holy cow.
Yes, band steering.
Copy. From what? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
Went into the wall, going up the mountain.
White flag on the line.
Copy.
One more lap to win.
Come on, Paco.
We fucking did it! Well done, boys.
Oh. Ouais.
Wrong gear.
That's the way.
Oh my god.
That's definitely the way. Oh. How did we manage this?
What a race. Oh my god.